It is indeed a beautiful morning, and I hope wherever you are in South Africa, you are taking a moment to appreciate it, even if you're about to start working at school. Now, we know that, and I've discovered this through some incredible experiences with OMO recently, that sport is a vital, and I've always believed it, and now it's been proven that sport is so vital in the development of a mind, of a body. Something that is a little bit more difficult to swallow is the fact that homework is necessary. You might call it a necessary evil, but it is actually absolutely essential, not just for good marks and to achieve at school, but for your development. And to help me unpack the matter is the director of the Metro South Education District of the Western Cape Government. That is a mouthful in and of itself. Glen Van Harte. Glen, thank you so much for joining us.
Nice to be here.
Yeah, just in the few moments that we've spent together, I can see how much you love your job, how much you love education, and clearly how much you must have loved your own homework, which is quite bizarre.
Well, I'm a nerd, and I still am. Still am. And so I have always enjoyed homework. As I said to you off camera earlier on, the best form of revenge on a teacher you don't like is to do more homework than you're being asked to do. Because I think teachers go absolutely insane because they don't expect children to do homework. There's always a bad relationship sometimes that happens between. So I've always loved homework. I'm not the greatest sports person, and I think your viewers can tell by looking at me that I am not going to be the next Penny McCarthy.
But there is, and as you have identified, there is a need, a necessity to have a balance of both. And I put that to you guys earlier, and I'm going to put it out there once more. Give us a shout. Let us know what sport you do in between homework to keep yourself sane, if you're like me. Give us a shout on 083 9133 728. First of all, just to prove it unequivocally, why is it so important for us to do homework?
Well, homework is about consolidation. It's about, and let's use the constant analogy between sport and homework, because I think that's quite a nice one for me. If you are a sports person, what you have to do is to practice. And you have to practice with your coach, and you have to practice on your own, and you have to go to gym. And if you do all of those things, you're going to get better at what you do. So when a teacher gives you homework to do, what the teacher's actually doing is to make sure that you get enough time with that particular subject so that you can master it. There's never enough time in a day, in a period, in a lesson, to be able to master what is necessary. So it is vitally important to become the kind of superhero of your subject if you are going to do some of that stuff at home. I think it's important.
Yeah, and the stigma is that you know, this is being inflicted on you, that it's a kind of punishment, but it's a gift. It's about giving you that space to be able to fully, like you say, master that. And it's life skills that you are going to need to, you're going to have to learn to be able to focus on a deeper level as you grow older.
Yes, no, I entirely agreed with that, because I think, Graeme, people need to know that as cool as you are sitting in that chair, you still have to do homework.
It's the chair
when
that
you
makes
leave, when you leave the studio, you have to go and do preparation and practice. And I think sometimes our children need those kinds of role models to tell us that homework is cool, homework is okay, it's great to do homework, and that homework takes on different forms. I think for the parents, the cardinal rule must be there is no such thing as no homework. So when little Johnny or Mary comes home and says, Mommy, Daddy, we didn't get any homework, there is no such thing. Because when you're practicing, even if the teacher's not giving you any concrete work to do at home, there is always something that you can do to improve your skills in mathematics, in English, in Afrikaans, in whatever subject that you're doing. And I think that's important.
Now, I had a huge amount of relief in having a balance of activities, and sport was a major focus of mine. Why is it important to bring in that balance? What does breaking the cycle of homework and getting out there and doing something active actually do for you? Why is it beneficial?
Well, I'm not going to bore you with the latest brain chemistry research, but I think you'll know
that'll be your homework at home.
If you don't flood your brain with oxygen, then it doesn't matter how much you sit in that lounge with those textbooks impressing your parents, you're actually not going to take in anything. So what you have to do is to ensure that you get your heart rate up on occasion, that you flood the brain with oxygen. That oxygen is in fact the source of energy which allows the brain to retain the knowledge and to retain the understanding of what you're doing. So physical exercise must be done with homework. And it's not surprising that some of our better athletes, while not necessarily the cleverest people around, perform well because they have managed to train themselves to gather that knowledge. So we have to do exercise. It doesn't matter what the exercise is, even if you're jumping up and down in the room every 30 minutes. That is important. And if you're taking part in a formal team sport, so much the better. So much the better.
Yeah, you're picking up skills and you're learning to strive for excellence. Glenn,
Yes,
thank you so much for your enthusiasm. It's been wonderful meeting you. You guys can go and study the effects of exercise and what that does in your own homework, and let us know what sports you do that help to refresh the brain and renew your vigor throughout the day. We're going to take a quick break. We'll see you on the other side.
Whatever the stain, pour just 1 cup of new OMO Auto Liquid. Even in a quick wash, no one removes tough stains faster.